Hello, I'm Dr. Linda Parker, urologist and senior health educator. Today I want to save you money, frustration, and false hope. We're going to look at 4 popular supplements that men, especially men over 50, are buying for prostate comfort, urinary ease, and vitality. But that are, in my professional opinion, a total waste of money for most people. I'll explain why they disappoint, what the science actually shows, and what to do instead if you want real, steady improvements in urinary comfort, confidence, and overall well-being. Let's start with a simple idea. If a pill promises quick results for complex age-related issues, you should already be skeptical. The lower urinary tract, the prostate, pelvic muscles, nervous system, sleep schedule, hydration habits, and even stress levels all interact. No capsule can override all of that in a week. When you understand that, you stop buying fairy tales and start building results that actually last. Before I name the 4 worst offenders, here's my goal for this conversation. I'm not here to embarrass anyone for being hopeful. Hope is good. I want to redirect that hope towards strategies that work, daily behaviors, sensible routines, and a handful of tools with real-world evidence. If you've tried one of these supplements and felt nothing, you're not broken. The product was overpromised. You deserve the truth delivered calmly, and you'll get it here. Waste of money supplement number 1, testosterone booster, blends, especially those centered on tribulus, fenugreek dusting, yohimbe fragments, and mystery male support proprietary mixes. The marketing is irresistible. More energy, more drive, more confidence. Just take 2 capsules with breakfast. Reality check. In men with normal age-related hormone ranges, these blends almost never raise testosterone to a clinically meaningful degree. They can nudge libido perception for a week or 2 by stimulating the nervous system, but that has little to do with true hormonal change or urinary comfort. The common ingredients are cheap, underdosed, and padded with fillers. Some add aggressive stimulants or PDE5 look-alike botanicals that can disrupt sleep, tighten the pelvic floor, and backfire on urinary symptoms. If a product avoids telling you exact milligrams of each ingredient by hiding behind a proprietary blend, assume the active compounds are too low to matter. What to do instead? If you're concerned about energy and confidence, stabilize the pillars that actually raise your baseline. Sleep regularity, resistance training twice a week with sensible loads, daylight in the morning, and a protein-forward eating pattern. If you suspect clinically low testosterone due to clear symptoms and morning blood work confirms it, talk to your clinician about appropriate evaluation and options. Do not spend months cycling booster bottles that keep your hope up and your wallet down. Waste of money supplement number 2, high-dose zinc and mega mineral prostate stacks. Zinc is essential for overall health, but more is not better, especially for the prostate or urinary comfort. High-dose zinc can upset the copper balance, irritate the stomach, and, paradoxically, worsen the very fatigue and irritability men are trying to fix. The lure here is the idea that the prostate uses zinc, so dumping zinc in must help. That leap ignores dosage, absorption, interaction with other nutrients, and the fact that urinary symptoms in midlife are usually driven by dynamic muscle tone, nightly habits, mild inflammation, and nerve signaling, not a magical zinc deficit. Many prostate packs sprinkle zinc, calcium, magnesium oxide, and token amounts of herbs into 6 to 8 pills per day, then wrap it with a label that says clinical strength. Clinical strength means nothing if the form is poorly absorbed and the dose is either too small to work or so large it creates new problems. What to do instead? Get normal zinc from food and a basic multivitamin if your diet is inconsistent, then put your effort where it matters. Hydration timing, evening wind down, 20 to 30 minutes of daily walking, and a short pelvic-friendly mobility routine. Those behaviors make more difference to nighttime awakenings than any prostate mineral megadose. Waste of money supplement number 3. Saw palmetto capsules as commonly sold in generic, low-quality forms. This one will surprise people, so let me be precise. Some specific standardized extracts of saw palmetto have been studied and may help a subset of men with mild urinary symptoms. But the vast majority of bottles on store shelves are underdosed, poorly standardized, or use the wrong extraction method. The label may say 320 milligrams, but that number is meaningless if the lipid profile and sterile content aren't where they need to be. In practice, most men who buy random saw palmetto notice nothing after 2 or 3 bottles. This is why you'll hear 2 groups shouting past each other. One says it's useless. Another swears, it helped me. Both can be true depending on the exact extract, dose, and the person's pattern of symptoms. My bottom line as your urologist: unless you're working with a clinician who can point you to a specific standardized product with documented composition, saw palmetto is a coin toss in the real world and often a waste of money. What to do instead? Prioritize proven non-pill levers first. Shift fluids earlier in the day, keep dinner lighter than lunch, take a relaxed walk after dinner, and build a consistent wind down. Then, if you still want a phytotherapy trial, choose evidence-supported options in standardized forms and give them a fair window, 8 to 12 weeks, while tracking 2 simple metrics: nighttime awakenings and ease of starting urination. If nothing changes, stop. Don't chase sunk costs. Waste of money supplement number 4, prostate antioxidant megavitamins, especially high-dose vitamin E, scattershot selenium, and lycopene bundles marketed as cancer protection or guaranteed comfort. This category doesn't just waste money. High-dose vitamin E has been associated with increased prostate cancer risk in large trials. Flooding the body with isolated antioxidants does not mimic the benefits of a colorful, fiber-rich diet. In many men, these products create a false sense of security. Take the capsule, ignore the habits, and hope the label keeps you safe. That's not how longevity works. The dose, the form, and the context matter. What to do instead? Build your antioxidants on a plate: berries, leafy greens, olive oil, tomatoes, beans, and keep any supplemental vitamins in balanced, moderate ranges. Your urinary comfort is more responsive to daily rhythm, movement, body weight management, and pelvic relaxation than to a megadose of any single antioxidant. Now that the big 4 are clear, I want to offer you an action plan so you leave this video with something more valuable than a list of don'ts. We're going to replace wasted money with a routine that builds comfort, confidence, and calm. This plan has 3 layers: daytime rhythm, evening wind down, and target supports that aren't hype. Layer 1, daytime rhythm. Front-load your fluids: 2 glasses of water before noon and 1 glass after lunch, then taper. This protects hydration without sabotaging sleep. Move your body for 20 to 30 minutes most days. Walking counts, especially outdoors. If you can, add 2 brief sessions per week of strength training focused on big muscle groups: push, pull, hinge, squat, using a weight you can control with good form. Muscle is a reservoir for glucose and a friend to circulation. Keep lunch as your larger meal and dinner lighter. That one shift reduces nighttime pressure for many men within 2 weeks. Layer 2, evening wind down. 90 minutes before bed, reduce bright overhead light and avoid high-drama inputs: tense news cycles, heated arguments, or intense work. 30 to 60 minutes before bed, do a 5-minute breathing practice. Inhale through your nose for 4 counts. Exhale through your nose for 6. This trains your nervous system to downshift. If you feel pelvic tightness, lie on your back, place a pillow under your knees, and let your belly rise and fall for 5 minutes. This is not mystical, it's physics and physiology. Soft tissue responds to consistent, gentle cues. Layer 3, targeted supports that are not a waste. If you want to add something simple and sensible, consider a standardized beta-sitosterol product at an evidence-based dose, or a high cocoa, low sugar square of dark chocolate in the afternoon to support vascular function without spiking evening caffeine. These are examples, not prescriptions, and they should be chosen thoughtfully with your clinician if you're on medications. More important than any capsule is a routine you actually do. Consistency beats intensity. Let me anticipate 2 objections I hear all the time. First, "Doctor, I took a booster and felt great for a week, so how can it be a waste?" Stimulation is not the same as restoration. Many blends give you a brief lift, often through nervous system activation. The question is not whether you felt something. It's whether the effect is meaningful, repeatable, and safe over months. For most, the answer is no. Second, "My neighbor swears saw palmetto saved his nights." Good for him. He likely used a specific extract that agreed with his biology. That doesn't mean any bottle with a palm tree on it will work for you. If you want to try a phytotherapy route, treat it like a real trial. Choose a standardized product, set a timeline, track 2 metrics, and be willing to stop if it doesn't deliver. I want to give you a simple checklist you can apply to any supplement in 3 minutes. Question 1. Does the label disclose exact milligrams of every active ingredient, or does it hide behind a proprietary blend? If it hides, that's a red flag. Question 2. Is the dose aligned with what was used in studies, or is it a sprinkle? If you can't match it to real data, assume it's underdosed. Question 3. Is the promised outcome specific and realistic, or vague and grandiose? Feel like you did at 25 is not a real outcome. Reduce average nighttime awakenings by 1 within 4 to 8 weeks is realistic. Question 4. If this works, what habit can I pair it with to make the benefit stronger and longer lasting? If you can't name a habit to support the pill, you're relying on magic. Let's also make space for the emotional side of this. Many men buy these products because they feel worried about declining vitality and uncertain about the future. That fear is human. The antidote is not another capsule. It's a plan that restores agency. When you move your body most days, choose a calmer evening and ask better questions at the pharmacy shelf. You stop feeling at the mercy of marketing. You become the curator of your health, which is exactly where you belong at this stage of life. I'll share 3 brief stories that capture what happens when men stop wasting money and start investing in what works. 66, Daniel, had tried 4 different male vitality bottles. He quit them all, began front-loading fluids, moved dinner earlier, and walked after his evening meal. 2 weeks later, he noticed 1 fewer nighttime awakening, and a month later, he said, "I don't dread bedtime anymore." That relief came from routine, not a capsule. Jorge, 72, spent a small fortune on saw palmetto variants. We set a clean 12-week trial with a standardized beta-sitosterol, a breathing practice, and lights down at the same time nightly. He tracked awakenings on a calendar. By week 10, he saw a steady pattern. Most nights he woke once instead of twice. He kept the routine. The result held. Malcolm, 59, was taking zinc, a booster blend, and a prostate multivitamin. We removed them all, returned to a simple multivitamin with sane doses, added 2 brief strength sessions per week, and aligned his coffee earlier in the day. He messaged 3 months later to say, "I feel like myself, no spikes, no crashes, just steady." That steadiness is worth more than any flashy promise. Let's summarize the core truth in 1 sentence you can remember. If a supplement's promise is big, fast, and vague, it is almost always a waste of money. Slow, steady routines outcompete capsules for urinary comfort and confidence in real life. I'm not against supplements. I'm against paying for hope in a bottle when simple daily practices give you better results and protect your wallet. If you've been spending on the 4 categories we covered, testosterone boosters, high-dose zinc or mineral stacks, generic saw palmetto capsules, and prostate antioxidant megavitamins, this is your invitation to stop today. Redirect that budget to 2 areas: whole foods that support circulation and steady energy, and simple tools that make habits easier. A comfortable pair of walking shoes, a small lamp with warm light for evenings, a water bottle you actually like using, these move the needle. You deserve clarity without shame. Aging is not a failure. Your body is responsive when you treat it consistently and kindly. The goal is not to feel 25. The goal is to feel at home in your body at your current age. With comfort you can trust and energy you can count on. If this message helped you cut through the noise, take one action tonight. Write down a 2-week routine you can keep. Fluids earlier, lighter dinner, a 20-minute walk, 5 minutes of breathing, and lights down at a consistent hour. Track just 2 outcomes: how many times you wake at night and how easy it is to start urination. That paper record will teach you more about your body than any shiny label on a plastic bottle. Thank you for spending this time with me. I'm Dr. Linda Parker. If you want more straightforward, respectful guidance on men's health in midlife and beyond, subscribe and share this video with a friend who's tired of being sold promises. Let's build a community that values calm, evidence-based habits over hype. Your well-being in the years ahead is not about collecting bottles. It's about building a life that supports you every single day.